There are conversations that shape how we live, conversations that help us navigate challenges of life, conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
When a partner is giving up, what signs do they show? There's a Swahili saying that goes by ukiona moshi pana moto. When you see some smoke, then there must be fire coming. So what are these signs we are looking at today? It's important to take note of this so we don't find ourselves in some fire. Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi, and this is the interesting conversation we're going to be having. Yes, Benjamin Zulu.
Yes, and we're talking about in the context of you're together, you're journeying, you're married, for example, and you're trying to build a life, but somewhere along the way there are issues. How do you know when your partner is running out of patience?
Yeah.
If you still care about the union, you want to know what your partner is going through and where they are emotionally and how you can help. The first sign is when they stop asking for the same things they've been asking for. Be careful with the silences of your partner. It indicates withdrawal. It indicates giving up.
Yeah.
In marriage counseling, it's better to have a couple that is arguing and quarreling.
Than one that is silent.
Yes. When you have a couple and people have no energy to fight anymore, they have stopped putting any effort, they have lost hope.
Yeah.
They're tired. There's no hope there. It's very hard to bring back energy.
Yeah.
So when your partner gives up, you've been coming late home, for example, or you as the woman, you've been entertaining outsiders and posting these nude bikini, swimming pool, beach photos on your online space.
Yeah.
And you're getting all this drooling, lost by men, attention. Or you as the man, you have been heart reacting on beautiful women's Instagram.
Photos.
It could be a habit that looks small from outside.
Yeah.
But in the inside, it feels like betrayal. It feels like unfaithfulness. It feels like changing on what you live on together. Let me also remind good people that the only time you can negotiate is before you buy. If you go into marriage without proper negotiation, you'll be forced to deal with whatever that person perceives as marriage. And once you are in, particularly for women, you migrate from your people, you come to his space and his people, you lose more power. You become surrounded by his world. Your world is the one you left over there.
Yes.
You are outnumbered by just the nature of the way the marriage operates. The woman is outnumbered. The second element about the woman is the moment you start getting children, your body is worn down faster and more. Yeah. The tummy is on you. I don't know why women think they're in the same space as men.
Yeah.
Men never get a swelling tummy. They never get the problems that come with marriage.
True.
A lot of men are ignorant, and I'm ashamed that I didn't know so much. When you get married, you also enter a school.
Yeah.
A school of the life of a woman or the life of the man.
Yes.
How would you think that pregnancy brings muscle pulls, muscle cramps? How are they related?
How are they related? But it's there.
So there's like 50 different things that can happen. And the pregnancy picks a cocktail of a few to deal with you.
Yes.
The next one may pick others. This one didn't pick.
Yes.
So acidity, too much spitting, you can't even swallow your own saliva, you're smelling things 100 kilometers away. And apparently you're supposed to sleep on one side. When you begin to live with a woman as wife and husband, you also you're brought close to that world. And one thing I've come to appreciate and fear is how much at risk a woman is put by just the nature of marriage.
Yeah.
How much at risk? So much that I shudder when I see a woman staggering into those things without preparedness for life. There's nobody who needs a backup like a woman. You need backup, and you must be on backup.
A serious one.
You must be on backup, because even without outright abuse, outright rejection, which they do happen, even without people kicking you out, because it does happen, by the very nature of the way your life is organized, you are encountering many problems. A woman, for just being female, she's experiencing pain every month. Men don't have a pain for being male except on circumcision.
Yes.
There's nothing equivalent. You can't find it.
True.
It's stress for being a woman. Once a month, you suffer. You know,
Yes.
and now you're functioning. You know, when you're suffering, now if it stops, you should be worried.
Yes.
If the pain does not come, go to hospital. Bring back my pain.
So weird.
And I tell you, when you look at what changes, what you give up to just transfer your life and merge with another person, we do not underrate how much we men have to put our lives in danger out there to feed our families.
Yeah.
But we all know women have joined in hunting for the food for the family, but men have not joined in preparing the food at home.
Yeah.
Men have not joined in doing homekeeping.
Yes.
That staggering statistic that says 80% of autoimmune conditions affect women. It's unbelievable. I saw it, I said that this must be a mistake. There cannot be a nature of diseases that are so much on women. I thought it's something maybe about the DNA or the chromosomes or the X chromosome. No. Apparently it's nothing to do with the X chromosome. Both genders have an X.
Yes.
Just one of them has two of them.
Yes.
So it's not that. It's that a lot of times autoimmune conditions are stress triggered, and women bear more stress in life.
Oh, yes.
Remember this. Your genetics load the gun. They give you proclivity, inclination towards certain diseases. But environment and your experiences in life pull the trigger.
Yes.
That's the relationship between your genetics and your environment. You may come with genetics that are loaded with the possibility for diabetes, so that it runs in your family.
Yeah.
Possibility for hypertension, possibility for rheumatoid arthritis, GBS, lupus, those kind of autoimmune things. Yeah. Others have no name. Mr. Beast said he has one that has a very hard name that makes him immobile. So it affects both genders. But when you look at the proportion men to women, for him he was saying sometimes the energy is zero.
Yes.
You're in pain. So you maneuver somehow, manage to get on your feet, run away, go do some things. He has also dealt with a lot of stress. He can't talk about his father. To this day, he cannot discuss his dad. Grew up with a mother alone, and he just wanted to give his mother a better life. The father is so absent. The problems of the world are the same. We just don't want to talk.
Yeah.
So stress triggered. The boy, so young, 26, yet so much to bear, so much stress. You can see why the problems are being triggered so early. So the genetics may give you predisposition towards a certain disease, but stress pulls a trigger.
Yeah.
Having the other things now, poor diet, just living in a triggering environment.
Yeah.
Some things that trigger, like a lot of acidic diet. If you're just not careful and you're taking a lot of acidic things,
yes,
and maybe you have severe ulcers. Sometimes you can just inherit delicate, problematic stomach. You should be conscious then.
Yes.
And change. Just to tell you that if even diseases are so much racing towards women, you should know, and women are also predisposed to overthinking. They overthink more. They stress more. They're anxious more. And you can see why. They are in danger more.
Yes.
If darkness falls and you're on the road, the guy doesn't fear. The woman fears.
Yeah. Yes.
It's getting dark. The man is among the class of the predators. The woman is among the class of the prey.
Yeah.
She may be preyed upon. And the age doesn't matter. Remember what I told you? Every woman you know, hold your finger and go ask them. This is universal, my friend.
Yeah.
This is how bad the life of women is. Has clenched her keys and looked around for a route to escape.
Yes.
Every woman you know has rounded a corner and run. Every woman you know has received a fake call, lingered on a shop window because she thought she was being followed.
Yes.
Every woman you know has entered the lift and wished to step out because the environment is just uncomfortable. Saw somebody coming and she gets out on the wrong floor. Just to be safe.
We have done that.
You know,
Yeah.
every woman you know has been threatened on a physical level for just being woman.
Yeah.
We are emphasizing, even when you're okay as a woman, the world is so unsafe. How much more when you're trying to marry and merge your life with another? When you get pregnant, because nowadays they just make it joking. I'm pregnant, I'm paged. You are the most risk. You could die giving birth. There's nothing equivalent to that in the men's world.
Yeah.
We don't die giving birth.
That's deep.
We don't.
Yes. You don't experience anything like that.
You know,
Yeah.
we empathetically try to feel with you.
Try.
Do you know we avoid going to maternity? I'm one of the people who can't dare.
Yeah.
Even witnessing it is too much. Please, I'm around, but not that way.
Yes.
I'm here, but
Not there. But you're there anyway. Yes.
I don't understand these people are bringing cameras to maternity ward. That is a very personal experience. There's nothing as life and death meeting together, like the process of giving birth. That's where life and death come so close.
Yes.
They almost greet each other.
Yeah.
My friend, life is being created, but the pain, the messiness. Nowadays, the CS, the cesarean section has been popularized by businesses, you know, to make more money. So hospitals sometimes just advise it.
Yes.
They also have elective CS. You don't need it, but you can do it. Just
Choose it.
why the push? But after you do the CS, now you suffer your pain longer time than the natural one.
Yes, true.
You can't lift things, can't work. The natural guys are recovering in 3 days. In a
3
week, they are
days,
moving
they're
around. You who had a very big cut.
And deep one.
How many layers? I didn't know the body has so many layers.
Yes.
How much cutting and how much stitching, my friend. So there's just getting a child. It's another thing.
Yeah.
So every man looking at his daughter, every man looking at his wife, you can't help but feel your heart breaking. The world in front of them is just so dangerous. That time when she's pregnant, she can't help it.
Yeah.
She needs help. She's vulnerable. She moves slowly all her life, but now, I do not just clicked the other day that companies don't care about women's monthly pay. There's no provision whatsoever. I've never heard
Yes.
any company. I just clicked. Huh? I don't hear around.
People suffer.
I don't hear it around.
Yes.
That there's a monthly allowance of 2 days leave. 3 days. For female.
Yeah.
No. In fact, what I've heard is them avoiding employing women because of maternity leaves.
Yeah.
They feel like they'll lose business when the woman has to go on maternity.
That's so unfair.
You know, and they say it, but you hear, the notion is there. Just to tell you that there's a reason for a woman to fear. Now, when it comes to men, our danger faces the other direction, but it's also very ruinous. It can ruin you. When a man is not keen on negotiation time, what he needs to put in place. When a woman comes in your life, she lodges herself inside your system like a program.
Yeah.
She controls things from inside. So that after Ahab marries Jezebel, he has no other choice but to go her way. From the time Solomon marries the daughter of Pharaoh, and he says himself, I can't bring her to Jerusalem, it's a holy city.
Yes.
She comes from foreign gods, but you've brought her to your life. And he went astray like that. From the time Rehoboam, his son, who came next, it says there, but he loved many women. He loves many wives. He desired many wives. The moment you cling as a man to the wrong woman without negotiating the character you're going to deal with, free fall. From then, it's a roll down the road. It's a roll down the hill.
Yeah.
That's our vulnerability as a man. Emotionally, the woman can control you absolutely. If a woman trades sex for what she wants, you're finished as a man.
Yeah.
If a woman uses her love for her as a control tool, you are doomed.
Yeah.
Sincere men, if a woman gets a child for you, you're stuck there.
Yeah.
Your child can make you die just trying to reach your child.
Yeah.
Trying to fight for your child has ruined men. When you get a child with the wrong woman, so we are saying the only time you can negotiate is before you purchase. You do not get to this situation we are discussing today because you staggered into marriage. Get into marriage consciously. It's not easy to hold yourself and talk.
Yeah.
The moment you feel like the person is open for sex and you are hungry for it, you've been fasting, the temptation is to jump in.
Definitely.
And many of those people, apart from sex, they don't fit your life.
Yeah.
When you road test biology, you forget the chemistry. When you road test biology, you forget the psychology. And the psychology is more important than biology, even chemistry. Chemistry is a connection, biology is your bodies. The psychological alignment of your minds and how you think and your brain work and the values you live by and how you see the world and your perspectives. That's what you test drive. Test drive it on conversations.
Yes.
A woman's attitude is harder to change than it is to buy gold. It's better to ask a man to fill this glass with gold. And he will work per year, puts a few grams.
Yes.
Every year, put a few grams. That's easier than to change a woman's negative attitude.
Yeah.
Hey. That's easier than to migrate a woman from her exes and the men she likes to flirt with. Let me remind you of this case where a man is known that his wife sleeps with anything, but him, he doesn't know. In your village, somewhere,
Yes.
people know that wife is loose. But the guy is very loyal and dedicated, and he
Yes.
comes home and he builds the house and pays everything, bills. And people look at him with pity.
Yeah. So sad.
When men trust and they invest, they become gullible. They don't investigate. When men invest, they stop investigating. They trust. And that's how men are given the raw side of the deal for so many years. They did not know to check psychology, not biology.
Yes.
A woman's psychology is what is going to raise your children, what is going to make you break your home, is what going to support or abandon you. A woman's psychology is what you're going to deal with at night when the world is not there. A woman's psychology is what will determine whether she will sit next to you on the sick bed, whether she will endure when money dries up. A woman's psychology is what will give you your home warmth or coldness. A woman's psychology is what will give you ready meals or delayed meals. A woman's psychology will dress you up or dress you down. But the society does not advertise that. They treat women as cows. Make her pregnant so that she can settle with you. What is our psychology? What are you making pregnant? That is biology.
Yes.
What is the psychological makeup of the creature you are trying to tame, to tie down? Don't look for a woman as if you're hunting for game. She is game. Another kind of game. Women have a game plan. And they don't tend to disclose it.
Yes.
And they will play it right under your nose. And a brother again will think the younger the woman, the easier she is to control. And she will let you be deluded like that. Continue thinking I'm controllable.
Yes, that's women.
Women are masters of passive-aggressive tactics. They are aggressive passively. That is the meaning.
Yeah.
Secretly defiant. Silently disagreeing.
Yes.
But they will do it in a stealth way. Because the man is aggressive, he thinks he's strong.
Yeah.
The woman times her moves. Women are patient. They can't even wait for you to grow old.
That's patience.
My friend. Sometimes the man retires, slows down, then the woman takes off. and goes out in the world and she's living her best life.
Yes.
My friend, you don't want that. Check this. Sometimes they go to America. I don't know what is it, this green card things. So she gets a cousin over there to help her with the green card, and she travels.
Yes.
And the poor man is here. I've seen those cases. The man is in his retirement, and the woman is in the US. She went to babysit one of the daughters for 6 months. Babysitting.
And the husband is home.
You know,
Yeah.
in the cold,
Yeah.
men's undoing is that we don't check the psychology of women. We think we manage them like a cow.
Yeah.
Society makes them think women don't have their own game plan. They do. Women do have the psychology of being so influenceable by the wrong people, lacking boundaries, or being very firm and principled. But because men are checking biology, when a woman agrees to sleep with him, now he feels that she has submitted.
Yeah. They stop at biology.
Yes, and the women who have nothing to offer you, they're easy with the biology.
Yeah.
That is natural.
Yes.
She does not have to do anything to work on her short temper, her insecurities, her paranoia, her thirst for gossip. Some women love gossip. There'll be scandals in the estate, scandals on WhatsApp group,
Sure.
scandals with your sisters, scandals, gossip. The vices of women have been distinct over the years.
Yeah.
If a woman has not overcome her unhealthy curiosity and just the desire to discuss people's life, you're going to fight with her forever.
Yeah.
If your partner stops arguing about the things they've been asking about, stops reminding you what you're talking about, stops reminding you what you wanted to do, you're losing it.
Yes.
That is a case that is gone. The second element is when they lose enthusiasm for your shared future. The thing partners share that keeps them fighting the world, sticking together, their backs against together, it's shared future. Never underrate hope. Hope is the assurance of things hoped for.
Yeah.
That is a division of faith, the book of Hebrews. The faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen.
Yeah.
When couples come together, they believe in their shared tomorrow. That belief is what makes them name children before they get them.
Yeah.
It's what makes them draw houses before they can afford them.
Yeah.
It's what makes them identify areas to live when it's already above them. It's what makes them create a small world of their own.
That's faith.
Now they believe. You can't marry an unbeliever. What you're trying to build needs faith.
Yeah.
You don't know what people call atheism. How are we going to build what you don't believe in? We must first create it in our minds and our spirits and then try to bring it to earth.
Yeah.
We build the castle in the air first. So building castles in the air is not always bad. That's why couples start. They build in the air.
It's not bad.
As long as you can now download them after that. So the problem is just staying there.
Yeah.
So couples must first build in the air.
Yeah.
Conspiracy against the world. Creating something the world does not believe in. And then I told you the shared dreams are another love language of their own. It's a connection point for lovers. What they will surprise the world with. One of the most magical things I hope you get to do with your partner, particularly those who are getting children, is how you raise your children differently just to disagree with the madness of current generation. Where children have no honor for parents at all.
Yeah.
Where children have no respect for authority. Where they have no courtesy, and it's known when you see them misbehaving. That's the children of nowadays. No, I don't want my child to be children of nowadays. I want honor. I want decorum.
Yeah.
I want respect. I would like a child who actually respects people, respects themselves, and who can speak up. They don't just stomach anything you tell them.
Yeah.
They're not put down just because they're a child. I teach them that even me, I am human, I can go wrong. If I tell you what you don't like, politely disagree.
Yes.
Be kind, but also be firm. Don't be rude, but don't be silenced. The energies people are throwing on you will affect you, so throw it back.
Yes.
Don't let it settle there.
Yes.
People are projecting on you. And you're very big guys. What did you say? What does the size of my eyes have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Did I choose it? No. In this funny comment.
Yeah, defend yourself.
And this shape of your head, which one now? You look so funny. Which ancestors? From your mom's side? Oh, I think this is from your father. Derogatory statements, my son, don't let them sit.
Yes.
Disagree with them.
Yeah.
Deflect bad energies. With kindness, but with firmness. You're not rude, but neither are you a dump site for people's conflicts that they come throwing at you. You could be deciding to surprise the world by raising children who are both respectful and also confident. You could be hoping to surprise the world by raising children who become millionaires by the time they're 20. Yeah?
That's seriously surprising.
Why are we making money only when you're growing old?
Yes.
One guy said he has finally become a millionaire, but he drove the same car for 15 years. He lived with the colleagues he shared house for so many years. Ate basic food for so many. You're wondering, is that worth it? You deny yourself all the life to get a million. What's the point? I want to eat. Can I also enjoy life? Why don't we surprise the world with our shared goals? And let them know that our dream has worked out. Enthusiasm. When your partner begins to no longer have excitement where we are going, they're checking out. What shall you do when you feel like your partner is checking out? Escalate. Escalate the situation to correct and intercept. Sometimes in life, you have to be an interceptor when situations are getting out of control. You must accelerate your reaction. Sometimes your partner is giving up because you don't think the issue is that serious. For them, it's very serious. It's very painful. But for you, you downplay it and you take so long to correct it.
Ah, okay.
It is not always malice. It could be perspective. From your point, it's a small thing. From their point, it's a very big thing.
Yeah.
Remember when this sculptor was making a very huge image of David with a sling in hand? When they brought Michelangelo to carve that stone, that marble that had been destroyed by an unskilled sculptor by drilling a hole in, and it was basically wasted. But when they heard about the fame of Michelangelo, they brought him over to see whether he can do anything with that still wonderful raw material, but almost ruined. When he looked at it, he realized he can actually do something by playing around the way it is being damaged. The governor came to see, the mayor came to see what he was doing and found a huge, gigantic image of David with a sling in hand. So I think he located the hole around the legs.
Yeah.
There's a famous quote there. They asked, how did you arrive at this? He said, I saw David in the stone, that I removed everything that is not David. Then the mayor said, I think you've done a wonderful work, but the nose is too big.
Yeah.
And then Michelangelo realized it's because he was standing right below.
The position.
Yes. That's why the nose looked big.
Yes.
So he beckoned him to follow him up the ladder. They go correct the nose. So they went up.
Yes.
He held some dust in his hand together with a chisel and then knocked on the nose. While actually doing nothing on his own, but the dust is coming out from his hand as if he's doing something.
Yes.
Then after a while, look at it. Look at it now. I like it. You made it come alive.
Yes.
He changed his perspective without offending his ego.
Yes.
He thought it had been changed. Sometimes your partner does not have perspective of wow, this small issue is so painful to you. It's where you are standing.
So we take them to a point they'll understand.
Maneuver them to the other direction. So when you realize your partner is quitting, sometimes please beckon them to follow you from the side you are in.
Yeah.
Now they can see, so you didn't think it's a big thing. Until one thing I think as a man I came to appreciate is women are judged on things that men are not judged by. So a small issue that my wife thinks I should correct, I can take forever thinking it's a non-issue.
Yeah, it's too small.
But from her point as a woman, it's magnified. It's more painful.
Yeah.
It could be little things. There's a time they saw a government minister wearing a torn socks, but the shame was taken to who?
The wife.
You know.
Definitely.
The socks to a guy maybe he just picked any socks while on phone.
Yes.
While hurrying up to go for that appointment.
Yeah.
You know? Men are not children, so you may not always pick socks for him every day. When he has an occasion, you may help him to dress up. But on a day-to-day, we also have life to live. Eh? Sometimes let's be realistic.
Or probably even left before him.
Oh, she was not even home.
Yes.
So let's stop being unrealistic. Eh?
Yeah.
It's enough to clean clothes and put them in the man's closet. Isn't that enough?
It's enough. It's a lot.
So why are we blaming the wife
for picking the wrong one?
Honestly, are we talking about 5-year-old? If it was a 3-year-old, maybe.
Yeah.
But a 50-year-old? So, you may notice your wife is very keen in socks.
Yeah.
Because he knows she'll be judged by a tiny thing like socks. And for you, it's non-issue. To tell you that sometimes when you realize they're losing, you may want to come close and find out their standpoint, their viewpoint. Sometimes it's the vantage point. It's where you are looking at the issue from. In physics, when you needed to draw an arrow coming straight at you, you had to put only a dot, because if an arrow was coming to you, you can only see a dot.
A dot.
When the arrow is going away, you have to
Yes.
put an X, because when you see it from the rear, it looks like an X. The two feathers that
Yes.
give it. So, the same thing, where are you standing? When you're in front of it, it's only a dot. When you are away, when you're going away, it's an X.
It's an
but
X.
when you are across, it's a very long thing.
Yes.
Where you view it from changes how it appears. Your partner could be seeing a huge arrow. You are seeing a dot.
Oh my goodness.
It's because of where you are standing towards against the problem. When you sense your partner discouraged, getting discouraged, zoom in on their vantage point. Many times you will realize with a lot of relief, you were not malicious, you just didn't see it from their point of view.
Wow.
Sometimes the man knows his father, and when he used to stop chatting too much with his father. You keep telling me, I know myself. You know yourself, but me, I know my
dad.
I'm not suspecting you.
I
I know.
know him. And definitely he may not want to say it directly.
You know, sometimes you don't want to. It's too much, eh?
It's too much.
You know, sometimes our families are so rotten. When I've given you one can of rottenness, I'm taking you 1 year for you to digest.
Yes.
But before I open the other can, you're already going ahead.
Yeah.
So what appears to you is small, that my dad is unusually frequent here when I'm not there, prolongs his visit playing with my children, and you are seeing grandfather to kids.
Yes, to kids.
Me, I know this man.
But the fact that he's your dad, you can't talk much.
So because I'm viewing the arrow from the side, I know it, or how long it is. You're viewing it, it's a dot.
From
The vantage point. If you zoom in and say, why is it so painful when you just discuss your dad? I thought he's just a man visiting his sons, comes with gifts for his children. But the son just says, but do you notice his visits are longer and frequent when I'm not around? But I thought he's just also watching out for his son, to make sure everything's okay. And until he tells you, okay, if it comes to this, I have to tell you, you're talking about other men. I'm talking about my father.
Yes.
You know, I know his potential. You don't. You know yourself. Sometimes women, they silence us. But say, why are you suspecting? I know myself. I know.
And we make it a problem.
For the society to see my father lingering around my home, he's known.
He's known.
When he's known, wherever he is hovering, he has identified something. So it's not about you. I'm not suspecting you. It's because I know the character we are dealing with. Let's not go into details. I'm just saying don't entertain it.
Yes.
Keep it parent-child. In fact, most times daughter-in-law and father-in-law will not have too much freeness. If at all you're a healthy person,
Yeah.
you will not be free. Then in-law.
Yes.
Except those of your own gender, but even then you be careful. My brothers-in-law, we can have more freeness than my sisters-in-law.
True.
But even then, I still know I don't have any direct authority here.
There are boundaries.
These people can ruin my family
Yes.
because my family is built on their sister. My friend, that's too much
Yes.
power. And people have too much power over you.
Yeah.
Treat them with, walk carefully. Yeah,
It can be them against one.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow, this conversation has been so interesting. I didn't want it to end because I'm learning a lot as well. Thank you so much for that. Thank you also to our viewers who have been here with us. Thank you so much for following us. Keep watching the shows and also get books that have been written by Benjamin Zulu on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. See you next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome